For the Kansas City Chiefs, 1989 presents itself as a year of changes and challenges for a proud franchise determined to recapture its winning tradition. The changes have been dramatic. A new president and general manager and a new head coach, both highly respected individuals with proven records of success in professional football.
Watch yourself, dog. Good shape, baby.
The challenge will be to reshape an attitude, an expectation of losing that has gripped this talented Chiefs team in recent seasons. But the AFC's winningest head coach over the past 3 years has never experienced losing.
You need to get some extra time with the quarterbacks because you keep reaching for the ball. You're afraid he's not going to hand you the ball. You know what I mean?
Marty Schottenheimer led his team into the playoffs each of the last 4 seasons. And his availability made the decision an easy one for Carl Peterson.
When Marty Schottenheimer came available, I knew he was the person I wanted. He brought 3 things to us immediately. One was instant credibility. 2 was a winning experience. 4 playoffs, 2 AFC championship games. His record speaks for itself. But thirdly, and most important to our fans and to our players, is that it indicated we made a commitment here in Kansas City to get the very best.
My coaching philosophy is quite simple. The best way to establish a position of excellence in the National Football League is first to expect it. I think that the single most important task that I have personally is to gather together the present players of this Kansas City Chiefs team and the future players to establish a standard, a level of expectation that is great. Our goal, our objective will never change. Our goal for 1989 is to become champions of the National Football League.
In the competitively balanced AFC West, the Chiefs may well showcase the division's finest collection of performers. They are a team with the talent to win in 1989.
Back to pass to Berg, launches a spiral down the middle, caught over the shoulder by Palmer. 40, it's a foot race, 30, sideline 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Solid individuals with the flair for the dramatic on offense. And the power of persuasion on defense give the Chiefs a nucleus of Pro Bowl caliber players. No team can boast of a Duron Cherry, an All-Pro at safety for 6 consecutive seasons. While few in the AFC possess the emerging all-around abilities of a Paul Palmer. But winning goes deeper than just having talented individuals. The 1989 Chiefs need an attitude adjustment. They must first expect to win before they perform as winners.
I think in the past, players on this team expected a low level of accomplishment, and it showed in their play.
Interesting thing about it, in my mind, is everybody has what I call a comfort zone. And while they are aware of maybe higher, loftier goals, they're not really comfortable in pursuing those.
Hey, get my kids over there, will you?
That's my hydrant right there.
That's where Mike Webster and Ron Jaworski come in. They have played a combined 29 years in the NFL.
34, set!
And between them, they've appeared in 7 conference championship games and 5 Super Bowls. These 2 men have been to pro football's summit. It's a road Peterson expects them to help the Chiefs navigate.
Ron Jaworski and Mike Webster bring to this football team a couple absolutely necessary ingredients for what we're trying to accomplish here. And specifically, they have been on winning championship teams. Their leadership, their enthusiasm for the game, and again, the experience that they've been through to become the winners that they are is what is permeating this organization.
Having them here instills a lot of light and a lot of youth in a lot of the players, and a belief that, hey, these guys have been there. They know what it takes.
Attitude. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to pay a price? Or what are you willing to pay the price? Each and every guy has a common goal amongst each other, and taking care of your own end and trusting in everyone else to take care of their end. Do everything possible. And when you do that, things start to fall into place. But that collective goal and that attitude, the group attitude, the attitude of the Kansas City Chiefs in 1989 and in the future, I think is going to be striving for that Super Bowl championship, because there's no other feeling like getting that ring saying world champions.
The foundation of champions is defense. And the Chiefs' building blocks are as sturdy as any teams in the NFL. Four of the strongest are found in the finest secondary in pro football. Safeties Lloyd Burris and Deron Cherry. And cornerbacks Albert Lewis and Kevin Ross begin their 6th year together in 1989. A year ago, the Chiefs' pass defense was the NFL's best, and this Fab Four allowed the fewest passing yards in the league since 1980. The main man was again Cherry, who led the NFL with 13 takeaways. Remarkably, number 20 has recorded over 100 tackles and at least 7 interceptions in 5 of the last 6 seasons. While Cherry is the anchor in the secondary, the rock in the middle is nose tackle Bill Moss. Moss and Pro Bowl linebacker Dino Hackett will be joined by number 1 pick Derek Thomas to give the Chiefs 3 more strong supports in the defensive foundation. Thomas, the All-American from Alabama, here wearing number 55, recorded an incredible 27 quarterback sacks in his senior season. He will no doubt strengthen 2 1988 weaknesses: outside linebacker and the pass rush. Solidifying the unit are veteran linemen Leonard Griffin and Mike Bell, linebackers Angelo Snipes and Chris Martin, and defensive backs Kevin Porter and J.C. Pearson. With the improvement of last year's first-round pick Neil Smith at defensive end, the Chiefs look to 1989 with the anxious anticipation of a boxer preparing for his first championship fight. The key is attitude.
Defense is an attitude. When your back's against the wall and they're driving on you in the 4th quarter to score, that attitude is going to come out in us, I think, this year. That says, no, you're not going to score on us. We're the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and we stand for something.
Marty, as I look around this magnificent stadium and see the names of my teammates up on the side of the walls here, it brings back some great memories for me. The winning tradition that we had with the Kansas City Chiefs, and the ultimate was the Super Bowl championship in 1969. Those memories are very important to me, and I'm sure they're very important to you.
They certainly are, Len. It really doesn't matter whether you were a former Kansas City Chief or just a football fan. There's a great excitement about the tradition of the Kansas City Chiefs and the success that you shared as a player and that we now begin to try to recapture with the 1989 edition of the Chiefs.
Come on, reach way up. Let's go way up.
Chiefs fans would be satisfied if Schottenheimer could recapture his recent past. The first head coach in franchise history with previous head coaching experience, Schottenheimer was the only AFC coach to win 3 divisional titles in the last 4 seasons.
That's it, all right, that's it, Herman, good. In the end zone, pop it in the end zone. Get in the end zone. You don't stop at the 5-yard line, or I'll put somebody else in the game to score the touchdown. You were short on your route. That is a 16-yard route. Okay. You didn't even know you did it, did you? Yeah, you didn't even know you did it. Always keep the ball when you run on this side of the field in your right arm and the other left on the other hand. If you come by me, Tommy, I want your free hand on the ball. I am traffic. Stay inside, stay inside. That's very well done, Robert. That's very well done. Very good technique. Don't drift, Emil, don't drift. That's good technique. Emil, make sure when you come out, you're not running on an angle. You stay vertical. Don't drift outside. You reduce the area the quarterback has to throw you the ball. Carlos, don't miss a layup.
Schottenheimer and Peterson took full advantage of the league's new free agent signing period, adding 17 players.
We considered it a window of opportunity, and we wanted to take advantage of it. We need to upgrade the quality of this football team. I want to create the most competition possible at every single position. In essence, it's a second draft, but you're drafting experienced players, guys who have been on winning football teams, have competed for positions, have been through training camps.
It's an old axiom, but the truth of the matter is there, that the better the competition, the better the performance, the better the final product.
One area that will clearly be a strength of the '89 Chiefs will be the skill players on offense. Running backs Christian Okoye, Herman Hurd, and Paul Palmer, wide receivers Carlos Carson and Stephon Page, are all solid performers with the knack for the spectacular.
The throw, quick pass, sidearm throw, caught on a line drive at the 25 by Carson, breaks a tackle, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, he's gone!
Carson begins his 10th year with the Chiefs as the top long ball receiver in team history. His 3 1,000-yard seasons are a club record. On the other side, no AFC receiver since 1984 has caught more touchdowns than Page.
Chiefs at the jet 41, back to pass to Bird. He looks right, he looks down the middle, he winds up, he'll throw a long spiral. He's got Page at the 5! Touchdown, Kansas City!
The running game features a trio of diverse talents in the 255-pound Okoye, a punishing fullback with extraordinary speed, and 2 versatile and explosive halfbacks in Palmer, number 26, and 5-year veteran Hurd, a master of balance. In 1988, there were only 6 100-yard receiving games by NFL running backs, and Palmer had half of them. Reserve running back James Saxon, the Mackley Hill Award winner, and third wideout Emil Harry, number 86, provided needed depth. As Marty Schottenheimer prepares for his first season in Kansas City, he looks forward to past performance, meshing with increased expectation, to weave a game-breaking attack that helps rocket the Chiefs to a higher plane.
I've always felt that the worst thing that you can ever do is to arbitrarily set a goal that might well be beneath that which you're capable of achieving. So as we begin today, I think it's very, very important that you and that I recognize we have one goal and one alone, and that's to soon present the Kansas City Chiefs champions of the National Football League.
Championship offense begins with the men up front, and the Chiefs group of young veterans may well emerge as a tower of power in 1989. Tackles John Alt and Irv Eatman. Guards Rich Baldinger and Mark Addix. Center Jerry Ferry, along with David Lutz and Byron Ingram, spearheaded the Chiefs' most impressive stretch of 1988. AFC champion Cincinnati, division champion Seattle, and the New York Jets were victimized by a Chiefs attack that averaged 32 points in the three victories.
There's the snap and the shotgun to DeBerg. He sets up. He's going to throw a long arching spiral. He's got Carson in the end zone. Touchdown!
The special teams also raced into the spotlight. Against the Bengals, with the score tied in the final minute, James Saxon delivered the blow, and Albert Lewis found the loose ball.
20, hurdles the defender at the 25. Fumble on the play! Fumble on the play! The Chiefs have recovered! The Chiefs have recovered!
That set the stage for the second most accurate field goal kicker in NFL history, Nick Lowry.
There's the snap, a good hold. Here's the soccer-style kick. It is up, and it is good. Lowry is converted from 39 yards away with 2 seconds left. With 2 seconds left.
A week later, against the Seahawks, this clutch performer did it again in the closing moments. Another veteran, although only in his first season in Kansas City, played a major role in the Chiefs' 3 wins. Steve DeBerg threw 4 touchdown passes, including 3 in the thrilling comeback against the Jets.
4th down and goal. 5 seconds remains in regulation. The Chiefs trail by 3. Saxon digs. He's in. Touchdown!
In 1988, Steve DeBerg sidestepped the debris of team disappointment to follow his own path of personal accomplishment. The road began at home, when number 17's first start as a Chief produced the first victory of 1988 against division rival Denver. In just 11 starts, DeBerg put up some of the finest numbers in the history of the franchise. Even more impressive when you consider he began the season as a backup. In 1989, DeBerg will be one half of a quarterback tandem that gives the Chiefs more experience at pro football's most important position than any team in the NFL. DeBerg and Ron Jaworski boast 27 years of combined NFL playing time. and that vast experience will serve the Chiefs well as they confront the challenge of expecting to win. '89 promises excitement. A team of talented performers in a division that lacks a dominant force should make for a contending season in Kansas City.
There are a lot of talented football players already on the Kansas City Chiefs. They've been very close in years past. They lost a lot of football games by a very few points. Also, they play in a very competitively close division. As we all know, there have been changes in San Diego, Los Angeles, Denver, and even at Seattle. I haven't seen that any team has stepped up and really seized the AFC West. We've got a great opportunity to do that here in Kansas City.
I've always contended that players will win games, but it takes teams to win championships. What we have to do is organize our football team with the idea that we'll play to the strengths that we have. We'll try to do our very best to mask the deficiencies we may have. I think we do have enough talented players here that we can, in fact, make a run for the title.
I understand that this is a real thing here in Kansas City now, and where we may have competed in the NFL before, I think Kansas City Chiefs are going to be excelling in the NFL.
In the past, that sentiment rang hollow, but now the sounds of optimism produce a resonance of belief and conviction. For the Chiefs enter the 1989 season, guided by proven winners in Carl Peterson and Marty Schottenheimer. Winning will now be expected in Kansas City.
Look in here now. That's it. Look in here, Willie. See what you got to see. That's it. That's it, Paul. All right.
That's the perfect one.
Now you got it.
Now, that's it. Right there. That's the spot. And the quarterbacks will get used to it. 338! 338! Cut!
This film has been brought to you by New